It's one of your Monday Bears here with a Sunday bonus video. So today I'm going to talk about some good stuff and some bad stuff that's going on currently in the WWE, in my opinion. One of the biggest moments I think in the last little bit with wrestling actually happened on Tuesday night on SmackDown, where we saw Kofi Kingston put up one of the best performances of his careers, where he performed in a gauntlet match, and he was in the match almost an hour and looked amazing through the whole thing. I think WWE needs to revisit him as a solo wrestler and maybe get a belt on him here soon. So hopefully WWE looks at this, because I think the fans have gone crazy since this happened on Tuesday night. Also recently on Monday Night Raw, the Revival finally got their first championships on Raw this week. So they won the Raw Tag Team belts, which also was amazing because in my opinion, they should have had them a long time ago. Mostly because of his ass. I think most of us gay people could agree with that. So most recently, the McMahons all came out and had a big call to action where they said they were going to start listening to the fans, put in some new matchups, and unfortunately, I mean, the last 2 months since the call to action happened, I don't think we're seeing it yet. Like, we're still seeing a lot of the same matchups happening. The people that, will want to have belts, I think they're starting to trend in that direction, but it's taking a little while for them to get there where, the people that we want to see are actually doing well. So that is a negative in my opinion. Another negative is having the Universal Championship still on Brock. I don't know why WWE insists on keeping the belt on Brock Lesnar. He's not, in my opinion, he's not that big of a draw, and he's killed that belt because, there's no title defenses happening. Nobody cares about the Universal Championship anymore. So those are a couple of negatives that are going on. I'm hoping we see some changes, given that tomorrow night, I'm hoping to see some changes given that tonight is Elimination Chamber, and we see some of these championships change hands, but I think the likelihood is that most of the belts are going to stay with people going into WrestleMania, because it doesn't make sense really to take a belt off of Ronda Rousey going into WrestleMania. It doesn't really it doesn't make sense to move a lot of these belts around. The only two that I think might change hands is Daniel Bryan might lose his belt, possibly, and you might see that Shane McMahon and The Miz lose their belts as well. But otherwise, I think the other championship matches, are kind of safe at this point. I am kind of excited to see the women's Elimination Chamber match with the tag belts. I think this is going to be an awesome opportunity for the women. I think it only makes sense that probably the first tag team is going to be a legit tag team, so it'll probably be Boston Hug or the Iconics. I would think would be the two likely winners, but who knows? They might go a different route. Personally, I'm rooting for Carmella and Naomi, but I could see it'll likely go to Boston Hug or the Iconics. But yeah, so what do you guys think? What are you liking in WWE right now? What are you not liking? Comment down below. But I hope that going into WrestleMania season that WWE makes some positive changes, because there needs to be a bit of a shakeup, because I know myself, I've been kind of bored with it lately, and I've been watching this since I was a kid. So I've been watching wrestling over 30 years. So for me to find it boring at this point, that's not a good indicator. But hopefully we'll see some improvements. What do you guys think? Comment down below. As always, like, share, subscribe, and make sure you tune into a Greg and Derek video tomorrow. Unfortunately, Steve's in Toronto right now, so you will not see Steve this week, but it will be a Greg and Derek video tomorrow. So tune in and have a great week.